Okay, so I wanted to make a video highlighting what you're doing well and not well in the jungle, because something's wrong here. I play with you, and you are not brain dead by any means. Um, but, whoops. But this is... I don't know how this is possible. Like, based on how I've seen you play, I don't understand how you could possibly have this win rate. So I want to see what's going on. I want to look at your play. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a jungler, but I know a thing or two about looking at numbers and turning them into useful things. So the first of all thing I want to look at is your farm, which is actually fine. 5.2, 5.2 isn't bad at all. If you look at like Blabber, his like Lee Sin, a regular jungler is 5.8, which is not much higher than you. Then we have these like heavy farm junglers he plays, which are crazy high numbers, so don't worry about hitting those. The second thing I want to look at is the champions are playing. I'm hitting opera, right? Yeah, okay. And how you're building them. So, can I get to the... Okay, that'll work. A couple things I want to notice is like, when you want to build an item, like why are you deciding to build that item? So for example, there are two items in here that I want to look at, and that's Spirit Visage and Randuin's. So Spirit Visage, specifically what it gives you is increases all healing received by 30%. So if you were a champion that heals a lot, this would make a lot of sense, right? I build Spirit Visage sometimes on Singed because he gets absurd amounts of healing when he ults, and it increases that. Sejuani, however, does not have Sustain built into her kit, which is why she builds Warmog's second item. Warmog's is out of combat healing, which means you don't need a Spirit Visage to make it better. Now, if we look at our champions, especially here, 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 and here, all of them have abilities that repeatedly do the same damage over and over, right? Misfortune E, Zyra, her entire kit, Echo's Q hits twice, and Cho'Gath's E hits multiple times. There's another magic resist item that is really, really good for this, and that is Adaptive Helm. It is an entirely superior item in this case. The other thing you built is Randuin's Omen. Now, that would make sense if Misfortune had built Crit that game. But she did not. She and her... was that the one? Yeah. She and her 3 CS per minute built Straight Lethality and Black Cleaver, which means you're getting almost nothing out of your Randuins. Where am I? And those two are those are your biggest issues. The other thing is, what is going on here? Why are you doing this? Do you not have a website you use to learn builds and stuff? Because Phase Rush is not a Sejuani rune. There are a lot of junglers that build Phase Rush, but Sejuani doesn't use Phase Rush. The way Sejuani does what she does is by queuing in, by using her W, by disrupting, your melees. You don't have any. Are stacking your passive, so that's a big weakness for Sejuani there. Phase Rush does not get you anything more than it normally would. The movement speed is not helping here. This full dedication to move speed. I don't know where you saw this, but this is Graves, Xinqiao are kinds of champions that build this. Sejuani is not one of them. Let's look at Lolalytics here. This is, I think, the best website for looking at stats. I'm looking at patch 10.20 because 21 came out yesterday, and there's not enough yet. So we both look at most common and highest win rate build are essentially the same. which means this is probably the build you should always go with. Aftershock is 100% her best rune if we look at how much it's taken, literally 96% of the time. Which means all the data on the other keystones are not like useful because there aren't enough games. Which means this is like the only option. The other thing is Sejuani does nothing with AP as far as like early goes for her clear. Health and armor. Her W scales with health. I'm pretty sure you get more out of a health rune than you do out of a damage rune early game. The other thing is you're missing out on this item here. Every tank builds this item right now. This information is going to be completely irrelevant pretty soon, but Gogo's Thorn Plate is an insane item as is Thorn Mail. However, they had mostly magic damage, so I would have built like you did, build Adaptive Helm, except instead of Spirit Visage, it's Adaptive Helm. I saw you maxed E, right? Or no, you started E, and then you maxed W. Okay, that's good. Yep, that's right. So that's pre-game things. The other thing I want to look at is pathing. I know I've talked a lot about pathing. I'm looking at, like, you know, the order in which we clear monsters. There was a time when every jungle clear ended in a gank. That's not necessarily true anymore. Your first jungle clear ends in Scuttlebug. Every game, every champion. Your goal is Scuttlebug. Last updated in 10.18. I think that's still up to date. Yeah, but Scuttlebug, early game, gives you the most XP. It gives you the control of the river. It gives you like health and mana back. It gives you everything you could want. Contesting Scuttlebug is super important. It's one you want early. Really, really bad. Double scuttling, like, straight up wins you the game. For first clear. Which is rare, though. It's hard to do, because you're on opposite sides of the map. Otherwise, you can see the difference in XP values. Gromp is pretty much the second most valuable camp. Krugs are the most valuable. The issue is they're very inconvenient and annoying to take, but as you can see, they are worth taking. I mean, they are worth almost twice as much as wolves and raptors are. Probably 2/3 more. Obvious reasons you would want to take these. Yeah, Krugs are crazy important. Like, having a good clear, maintaining your level advantage, is just crazy important. So, I want to look at this game. I'm going to turn the sound down. Make sure you can do something to the mic. So, I just want to look at your first clear. I'm not going to go into detail on the whole game, because I know you won, so you probably did fine, but we can always win harder. So, this is a big thing, because you're up against a Rengar. Rengar's annoying as far as like his ability to counter jungle. You know, you probably can't just 1v1 a Rengar earlier as Sejuani, because he's a Rengar and you're a Sejuani. Which is another thing I want to talk about regarding champions. Why would you play this? Sejuani sucks. Why not play like Warwick or something? Like, Kane's pretty good, I think. Kane's hard. I don't like Kane because of that reason. But like, Skarner, really, really good as far as tank junglers go. Hecarim, Nunu, you like Vi. Whoa. But like, yeah, Zac, Rek'Sai. Where is Warwick on here? Yeah, Warwick is straight up really good. He does everything Sejuani wants to, but better. And you can build Spirit Visage on him. So, let's get into the game here. I don't know if I was actually highlighting this window before, sorry. But yeah, so they know where you're starting, which means Rengar could potentially just head to your blue buff. I don't know if that's going to happen. And the annoying thing is because of that ward, they'll also know if you go right to his red. Or sorry, blue. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just want to see how you kite this. Not that kiting camps is like that important. It is in certain champions. Okay, so you don't kite it at all. Got it. Okay. Okay, you just stand there. So, kiting is not as important. Oh, okay. What are we doing? No, screw those guys. Lucas, yeah. Ignore them. Don't help your bot lane. What are you doing? Why are you so slow? Okay, so we're still not kiting. Now we're kiting. Okay. This is what we want to do with red buff. This still isn't really kiting, but... So, what... Pull the raptor toward the next camp you're going to go to. Don't just sit there and let it hit you over and over. Pull it toward that bush. Pull it here. You're going to walk this way anyway. So, instead of killing it here, kill it here, and then you're closer to the next camp. Like, for an individual camp, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but... It does, like, when you combine all the camps together. Okay, Rengar went here. Maybe you could just straight up duel him. Holy crap, he's terrible. He went Raptors! As Rengar? Okay, so you had a free game here. You can't screw this up. Where is he going? Still not kiting. What? Take a step back, but yes, do that. It saves a minuscule amount of health, but it saves health. And it allows more time for your abilities to come out. Okay, so Scuttlebug is coming up in a few seconds. And you're at Grump. So your first full clear was 3:22. You could get that down by about 20 seconds. Take Scuttlebug. Rengar's taking his. You have a level advantage on him now. So now you're looking at you have a pretty healthy clear. You have double buffs. You can't dive at all because you don't have aftershock. Echo. You want to look at this. Look at this wave state. Look at wave state. Look at them. Look at everything happening here. If you would have gone right here, there's nothing for you to get over here. All your camps are down, right? You have nothing to do now. You've run out of camps, which means your only option now is to go to a lane. You have no other options. Look at this. Not only is Echo low, right, and low on mana, but his minions are going this way. Look at what it was like 15 seconds ago. If you're looking at the map, you see this wave is pushing in, but it's not relevant to you because you can't get there. This wave is even, right? Which means you can't do a whole lot with it. And this wave is definitely pushing toward you. Echo is low on mana. He's not going to be able to push it as quickly. So right now, after you take Scuttlebug, which, by the way, if you were looking at your lanes, you would have been pushing Scuttlebug over here instead of pushing it over here. But what you're doing is you're just focusing on your champion and not on your waves. Not on your lanes. This is what gets you elo. When you're playing the game and ignoring opportunities, you fail to snowball. You fail to get advantages, and you play not to lose instead of playing to win. Think about this right now. You just killed Scuttlebug. Here. You kill it here. Echo's dead. Echo's straight up dead. Watch. Imagine this, right? You're just about to walk in, and he does this. He's dead. You've killed him. Watch your lanes. I'm just going to end it there. Kite camps. Pull them toward your next camp. Watch your lanes. Watch the minions in the lanes. right? There are things your laners don't have control of. Xerath can't screw this up. He can't make this push toward Echo. It's impossible. He has 2 minions. Echo's stupid. This is a silver 4 Echo. Right? He's not going to get out of your gank. When we look at it, like, if you get this Nara head, who cares? He's up against Cho'Gath. Your bot lane is doing fine on their own. Screw bot lane. You put this Echo behind, it's an Echo. What is he ever going to do in the whole game? Right? So, that's that. Watch your laners. Move your camps toward where you want to go next. And don't watch yourself. Don't look at yourself while you're jungling. Constantly be looking at lanes. Look around. Look at different things. Look at how aggressive laners are. Look at how well your laners seem to be playing. Observe them. And then make decisions based on those observations. Because players tend to repeat habits. Especially low elo players. They don't know what they're doing. They're playing entirely on instinct. They're not using their brains. Their cerebellum's not involved in how they play. It's all lizard brain. Look at Rengar. He just couldn't do anything but like take the camp right in front of him because he doesn't know how to play as champion. And the other thing is build the right items, take the right runes, play good champions. And that's all.